Hey everyone, it is Yoshi 100 here, and I am back with another episode, or part, of the Yoshi vs. OnePunMan series. I believe this is the third part, so without further ado, you guys know the drill. Let's hop right into it. Alright, so these matches were a little while ago, so I may not be so familiar with them, but I'll commentate as best as I can, as always. It's a Mr. T spin opener. Pretty typical from OPM when he gets a ZS start. And then there's me stacking up on the right hand side of the field. The reds are my trigger at the moment, and I decided to go for the extension because why not? And then I saw the extra extension, and then I saw the extra extension, and then I just overextended. Except not really, because it was okay. OPM gave me a lot of time here. So there's a big 8 chain. Lots of power in 7th lane. And then OPM decides to survive because lol Tetris can just survive through all that if they want to. Yeah. What a nice game this is. Alright. I'm still trying to dig out of this, using these greens and those yellows to create a small 2 chain. OPM stacking up those T-spins. Nope, there's another 2 chain from me, another T-spin from him, and he's preferring a Tetris and yet another T-spin. But I'm ready. Here I have a 3 chain. The next thought is just continue going up with these yellows, because that's the last bit of hope I have now for this game. But there isn't much to cling on to, honestly. You can see my resources running out. And then OPM went AFK. Oh yeah. If I recall correctly, yeah, he got called out a bit during the middle of this match, so yeah, it kind of gave me a bit of time to do stuff. Yeah, that happened. Alright, there's me trying to do stairs, but not very well, because I'm not very good. So here's a 5 chain, with power on the 4th lane, which is good. Another T-spin, OPM here just surviving his way through all of this. Alright, I misdropped there, I was meant to put the blue on top. But hey, margin time's kicking in now, as you can see. Since the Tetris did extra damage. More damage than it usually does, I mean. Alright, here's a 2 chain. 1 chain nearly takes out a whole line of garbage, which is nice. 1 chain is taking out that whole Tetris. As you can see, things get pretty powerful once you hit this part of margin time. But you guys should be familiar with that by now, seeing the you know, matches from earlier on. BB. And now singles are sending garbage, everything's sending garbage now. Everything's been moved up by 1 on OPM's field, on the Tetris side of things. While on Puyo, things are just becoming more and more powerful. There's 3 chain. Look how much that's done. OPM's trying to annoy me with these singles. And, well, I mean, it's some fair game by him trying to get me out with these singles, because if the Puyo player hasn't stacked up enough, and if they don't have enough resources, you can easily lock them out of their game by just clearing singles. You can do the single spam. Like, double spam is already really annoying without margin time, but then if you just single spam on Tetris, it can become really annoying. And that means you can also combo really strongly as well, but there's also the added risk that if you're comboing, you're going to give the Puyo player time. And hey, at this point, a 2 chain is already doing a lot, so a 4 chain, you can see the effect that it's having. OPM's doing well though, but look at that 1 chain. So powerful. Right, there's a 3 chain. OPM's still keeping up well with this garbage, very well indeed. There's a 2 chain, defending myself. OPM's slowly being pushed up a little more, comboing down a little bit. I'm just here ready with a 3 chain. Green's powered up quite a bit. Quite nice. OPM is still staying alive because, you know, he's determined. Alright, there's a silly little misdrop, but not too big of a problem. Starts clearing down a little more. Surviving. My field's pretty much clear at this point in the game, you can see. But I decided to take all of this garbage and then send all of this back because it's a lot of power. Definitely worth it. OPM goes for the T-spin and stays alive for a little longer. Alright. And here I go. A very nice throw chain to finish him off. Alright. There's the first round. It's just the first round. Okay, so on the right hand side building, OPM going for the PC opener. I'm aware of that, of course. Yep. Shift my position of my Puyo because I'm trying to get those blues together and then the red to fall down there afterwards. You can see the red's on the second row. There's OPM trying to get his second PC, but not quite. Had a bit of trouble figuring out what to do with the left hand side, but I just got some stuff ready over there while I was at it. Not sure what that was, if that was a misdrop or what, but it's definitely not an optimal decision that I made. Actually, all of these decisions are very suboptimal. You can see here that I'm not doing very well. Just setting off 1 and 2 chains, it's doing nothing against OPM. I should have been creating a bigger chain at this point in time, but I have no clue what I was doing. Alright, so there's a little 2 chain. But then OPM started giving me a bunch of time again. But, like, I just don't have anything ready, right? That's the problem. Yeah, if I had not been so silly, I would have been able to defend myself from that just fine, but my silly decisions led to something that wasn't so good. Alright, third round, 1-1 so far. OPM going for PC opener once again. Looks like he's getting this PC. Yeah, my build was a little funny this round. I think after seeing how he was doing PC opener, I found myself in a position where it was safe for me to build somewhat normally, and you can see here that I've got a nice 5 chain out of that with a fair amount of power, so that's pretty good. But of course I have to start building the way I'd build a counter afterwards, because that's how you play this game now. You can't just be building normally after the first hit, because after that the Tetris player is just ramming you with garbage. There's another round to me. Beep 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 beep. Okay, starting again. OPM going for the DC cannon. And as you could probably tell from previous episodes, if you haven't already picked up, OPM likes to do his DC cannon on the right hand side. Then we have me doing GTR, and of course, building on the right hand side. Now, what I was trying to do is create a bit of a build where, yeah, that was a misdrop. The green was meant to go with the other greens, but yeah, just trying to extend as best as I can. And then, hey, I got a 7 chain out of this. No, sorry, it's an 8 chain. Secret. It was a super secret 8 chain. Yeah, OPM wasn't ready for that one. Alright, nice PC by him, but not quite ready for my 8 chain, unfortunately, so good luck next time, I suppose. Oh, amazing match, huge comeback, of course. Of course. Of course. Okay, and now we start our second set. Second set of matches. Oh, OPM with the Mr. T-spin opener. Again. Just like last time. First round of any set. And it's looking like he's consistently going for that opener. See what happens with the next set. His tactics is a little funny here, but he's got it all sorted, I'm sure. Yeah, no, okay, that's crazy. I don't even understand how that happened. Look at him with these builds. This... Oh, I don't understand how he managed to do that. Single into a... Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's trying to be too fancy here, it seems. Meanwhile, I just hellfired him. Oh, and he said garbage as well. So I had garbage remaining afterwards. But he died anyway. So yeah, he was trying to be too fancy there. That single into Super T-Spin double though is pretty much a trinity, except he used an overhang. And then he converted that into a bunch of T-Spin triples, and then he started doing a bunch of T-Spin triples, and then he never got to set it off because sad. Oh well. Here he goes with another T-Spin. Alright. I'm trying to prepare my chain, but I kind of didn't have an open or good trigger at all. I sometimes do that in the matchup. I'm trying to build something nice and then it just ends up being completely nothing because I either forget where my trigger is or it just actually is just bad and I'm bad at this game. Also then I set off a bunch of random stuff and it works, like this 4-chain. OPM with a T-spin. And I have a 3-chain ready. Yeah, these 1-chains that I'm doing in the middle of the game are not very good at all. And my hesitation is too much. Although, with a chain like this, I suppose that's not the worst that you could do. The 3-chain was quite nice. Just trying to survive here. So I need more blues, but the game's like, no, you're not getting any blues, and then it gives me a double blue, so that's nice. But then I've extended with these reds and yellows, as you can see, the blue will come down afterwards, and then the rest of the chain happens. A nice 6-chain. OPM's waiting around, wanting to take some of the garbage, but he didn't send any back, so not such a good payoff for him. There's a 2-chain. Alright, I'm gonna go for a 3-chain, trying to finish him off. And he does get finished off in this case. That's cool. Beep 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 beep. Alright, TKI from OPM, not sure if you've seen that earlier. I'm here on the right hand side. Again, as always. Not much to say at the start of the game, really, unless I peeled an actual pattern. So that's always interesting, I suppose. B B B B B B. Yep, okay. You get it. We get it, you're T-spinning a lot, and it's cool, okay? So then it's like, oh, T-spin, Tetris, single, 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 T-spin during my down stack combo, single, single, single. And in the meantime, I sent a gigantic, sort of, hellfire. Which ended up actually defending myself against a lot of that, so that was quite nice, actually. And you can just see how, like, how powerful those smaller links that are powerful are. As I was talking about in previous videos, you know, low links with lots of power are really, really powerful. Alright. So I'm preparing a lot of power stuff around here again. Let's power in the second link. A 3-chain in total though. OPM's keeping up with his little down stack combos though. Right, just trying to make sure that my food is fine, but the mistake I made there was not connecting the purples up. It would have needed me to split my Puyos, but still. Got lucky though, and got a few purples so that I could actually set this off. I was very lucky, very, very lucky to be able to do so. So of course, OPM's putting up his stuff, and I'm probably gonna die. Isn't that right? Yeah, set up a 2-chain, and actually get rid of a whole rock with that, which is quite insane if you think about it. But of course, I won't survive this. Not all of this. This is just ridiculous. Alright. And that's OPM's round. Well played by OPM, getting that far down in this field. Alright, what is OPM doing? He is doing a PC. And he gets the PC too. You guessed it, building on the right hand side. OPM though, with the double PC. I'm prepared-ish. Except for the fact that no, okay, never mind, I got my chain off. What am I saying? Okay, so there's a 6-chain. When OPM's seeking out these PCs, he tends to slow down quite a bit while he's searching for them, which gives me a lot of time to actually dig out of the stuff that he's just sent me already. Which is kind of a big deal for him. Okay, and that's that set for me as well. Now we move on to our fifth and final set. If I recall correctly, I'm not sure if it's this one or if it's the final set of the next episode or part, but it was really silly. We'll see what happens though. So we start off with a PC opener, not unlike OPM at all. B. And you can see I'm building up even more. Now that OPM's giving me so much time, I'm able to, you know, gather a lot of resources. And then I set off a pretty powerful chain. Is it enough to kill though? That is the question. And guess what? It's not, obviously. If that could kill it, then that would have been silly. Although OPM did some silly stuff there, so yeah, my game. That wasn't the kind of silly stuff I was talking about, but although that was rather silly. There's OPM with TKI. I'm doing a GTR. I'm building a GTR actually. So I could have extended with those reds actually, and there goes OPM with those perfect clears. How fancy of them! Of course, OPM. I used the reds there to actually buff up my second link, so that's cool. It's a 5 chain, but I'm running low on resources. And with OPM's barrage of garbage, it just became harder for me to get out of this. To make it harder and harder and harder. Slowly burying me a little bit more. And then he goes for the T-spin, and then he goes for a double. He goes for a single. Oh, and then he goes for a, what was that, triple? Yep. Just sealing me off here. Not giving me any options. Oh, and the game doesn't even try to kill me. It said 5 garbage, but it didn't fall on the X. Just so that I'd have to die of my own accord, rather than the garbage killing me. Of course, what a nice game. Wouldn't you agree? So OPM's going for a DT cannon on the right hand side. I'm just building up a counter on the right hand side as usual. Quite nice. And OPM's actually got the perfect clear, but with the T-spin double using the GC to PC. I always like that PC. The one where you actually get to just do a T-spin double and then clear it out. It's really nice. It's a good PC that you can get. So I go for a 3 chain. Save some resources so that I can continue building upwards. And you can see here that's exactly what I'm doing. And now a green is required. And then I set off my chain. A bit of a messy 3 chain. OPM goes for another T-spin. I'm prepared. Got a 3 chain going. OPM goes for another T-spin. Except I'm busy building up resources this time. Because I don't have anything to set off, obviously. Especially with the lack of resources like this. And so in this case, I go for a 2 chain. A little bit more power in the first link, which is nice. Just trying to keep myself alive at this point. Oh, except I've run out of resources, really. That's pretty much what's happened. It's buried everything that I had below, which meant that I had a lot of trouble just trying to get out of this. And I couldn't, unfortunately. So there goes that round. Round goes to OPM. Start. Alright, OPM goes for TKI once again. And I'm going for some sort of weird thing that looks like GTR, but it isn't GTR because of the way I built it. It's kind of weird and different. OPM's looking for that PC, but unfortunately didn't have the right piece order for it. For this quite... Oh yes, OPM. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Delicious. Delicious stacking from OPM. Yes, this was the silly round. It is very silly. Ah yes, now you get to see everything in slow motion for it too. Yeah, it was great. I'm pretty sure I did something pretty silly too, but yeah, that was a very silly, some very silly mishaps from him. Alright, there's a PC from him. Quite nice. Alright, oh look, another PC. Wow, wonderful. Isn't it? Alright, so go for a 3 chain. OPM goes for the Tetris, defending himself. Goes for the T-spin, attacking. Now I defend myself with this very nice 4 chain. OPM goes for a not T-spin because, whoops, I accidentally my T-spin. OPM goes for another not T-spin because he just didn't have it as a T-spin. Then goes for another T-spin, a real T-spin this time. I start regathering my resources at this point. Alright. And then he starts spamming doubles. And then I can't actually do anything about it because the game is fun. I don't know why I slowed down there. I was gonna say it's so funny, isn't it? Yeah, because the thing is I could have actually linked those reds up, but I didn't because I slowed down for whatever reason. But yeah, you can also see how silly double spam is. If you get the Puyo player in the right place at the right time, double spam is just absolutely lethal. You're just basically suffocating the Puyo player more than you usually do. Like, usually you're spamming out those T-spins and Tetrises, but in this case, you can just spam doubles, and they're just getting garbage so consistently that it's just, there's no way to get out of it. That's just how double spam works. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Yoshi vs. OPM series as always. And yeah, this will be the last time that I have something official going up for this week. And of course next week we'll be back for another episode for something a little different in terms of the characters. Won't be as much BBB. So hopefully look forward to that, and of course the gameplay as well. And yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment or whatever if you did enjoy this. And that'll be it for today. Alright. See you guys next time. I love you guys. Bye bye.